looking at some more data right now. So it's continuing to move into a little bit more unstable environment. So we can't let our guard down with this quite yet. Rotation continues to get broader. I would not be surprised if they drop this tornado warning. Yeah, tornado warnings. I'm not seeing anything that would indicate any reassurance or anything being necessary. So let's back out here and get a good picture. Alright, so there was this storm just south of Norman. Noble, Blanchard, Purcell. Nothing too crazy with this. It's gonna be ping pong ball size hail, I think. Coil size hail, excuse me, 60 mile per hour winds. This storm will continue to weaken. And as really all the shows in southwestern Oklahoma tonight, there's this storm coming up from Buck Burnett, Texas, and will impact the Comanche, Duncan, Temple, Waters, Empire City, Meridian areas. The warning text on that is 50 mile quarter size hail, no damaging winds, and northeast at 50 miles per hour is moving. Now, we're starting to see these storms try to grow into a cluster. And what that will do is it will lower the overall threat for both hail and wind, primarily, hail and tornadoes. Which is good. That's what we want. We want this atmosphere to get churned up overnight tonight and decrease the severe threat. But right now we still do have this tornado warning. Again, I do expect it to be dropped as the circulation has weakened quite a bit. It was a brief spin up that did look kind of impressive on radar for a couple scans, and then it went away. But they did extend a severe thunderstorm warning on it with a tornado passport tag, just to warn against any of these quick spin ups that we have. And still 10 spot size hail and 70 mile per hour winds. Locations in the warning include Velma, Ratliff City, Tatum's, Empire City, Bray, Marlow, Rush Springs, Duncan. Eventually this will move into southern Garvin County, Murray County, and far northern Carter County. So Springer, Daughtry, Davis, Salvo, Hickory, Windward, Paws Valley, in about an hour and a half. Let's take a look at this storm back near Lawton. Again, this is the severe thunderstorm, 10 spot sized hail, and 70 miles per hour winds. Right now, we are not seeing any strong signs of rotation, but we are seeing a pretty stout hail core with it. Well, hold on, guys. Okay, let's see. I turned off some of the stuff that I was running here. So hopefully it will hang out. But we are seeing this thunderstorm start to strengthen down near heading towards Madison Park. Eventually Lawton, Elgin, probably going to go south of you, north of Cache. So definitely the other storm we are watching at this hour. But again, we do have this tornado warning still in effect for another 7 minutes. It's probably going to be allowed to expire. Yeah, the rotations just become very disorganized in it. There's a lot of clutter right here. No strong signs of any rotation at this. Maybe down near south of Bray now, it may have reorganized there. See how that develops over the next couple of scans. But there does remain a tornado possible tag on this storm. So generally, the NWS knowing is these when the tornadoes are going to be weaker than expected. Let me check some of my sources here. Yeah, nothing on Twitter. Alright, but again, circulation has kind of went away with Brace, so but we are seeing this interesting area right now. That could be a little quick spin up. I'd be surprised, but it isn't impossible. Let me take a look at some of the data I am seeing here. Let me see how high these storms are supposedly off the ground at. FOMO LCL. 750 meters. So about 2,100 feet, which is perfectly reasonable to see. Yep, they just issued a tornado warning on that circulation area to the south. It expires in 50 minutes. Its radar indicated held at 2.5 inches. So again, take your tornado precautions. This is for Bray. It's going to be a little bit south of Bray and hang to the east. It will be on a track towards Elmore City, perhaps Tatum's and Ratliff City. We are going to see if this gets itself together and intensifies. Really, these are popping up fairly quickly. So again, we're looking somewhere in that area. We do have a stout hail core with this. Hail sizes are definitely trending up now. Check some of these other storms. Let me switch to the Norman radar, Oklahoma City radar. The Stormdale Norman, yeah, that's just small hail now. Bray, again, this is your new tornado warning. It's going to be right there. That's going to be your tornado warning. It's about 2.7 miles southeast of Bray. Bray, you are in the clear. It's going to ride south of Highway 7. So if you live south of Highway 7 by a couple miles between Bray and Elmore City, take your tornado precautions. This storm has a history of these quick little spin-ups. They may not be that intense. They may, we'll have to wait and see what tomorrow comes in and see if there was any confirmed tornadoes from this or not. But definitely be on the lookout for this. Quick little spin-ups. Again, this tornado warning that was just south of Welch Springs, north of Marlow, is going to be allowed to expire. We are continuing to focus on this Bray storm. Let me get some water. If you have any questions throughout this, pop them in chat. I'm monitoring it. If you know anybody in the area, make sure they're taking their tornado precautions. I know we're approaching midnight, so a lot of people are probably in bed, probably asleep, maybe waking up to a lovely notification on their phone. So let me switch back radars to Frederick. We're about 5,600 feet off the ground now near Bray. We do have this area of circulation right now. There's a little bit of a couplet right there, but it's a very weak couplet. Okay. The issue we're having right now is we really can't use correlation coefficient because the hail is just spiking the data, and we can't see if there's any debris or not in the atmosphere. So it's hard for us to confirm anything by radar in this situation. But there is definitely this broad mesocyclone here with a little chance to be tightened up in between there. Again, now we're about 4 miles southeast of Bray. Again, Bray's in the clear. This is moving east at 20 miles per hour. It would take it south of Highway 7 again by about 4 miles. It would take it close to Elmo City, probably between Elmo City and Tatum's. We are still seeing large hail, so in addition to a tornado threat, you will be seeing hail from anywhere from tennis balls to baseball size. With this, we are seeing enough correlation coefficient to confirm that. As we switch back to the KTLX radar, Oklahoma City radar, and we're looking at about 4,400 feet off the ground here. So we're looking a little bit lower in the atmosphere. The circulation doesn't look as great on this one, but again, we still have a very broad mesocyclone here. So again, we're just seeing these quick little spin ups right now. Sometimes they get a little intense, so definitely don't get your guard down by these quick touchdown tornado warnings lifts if they're touching down. I haven't seen a confirmed report yet. So as we wait for the radars to re-update, let's take a look at this Lawton storm, this one heading towards Madison Park. Madison Park, you're having this huge haloid come over you. It's going to probably be dumping baseball-sized hail. I think 70 mile per hour winds. Official warning is for tennis ball-sized hail and 70 mile per hour winds. I wouldn't be surprised if there's baseballs falling from that though. And then we also have this storm approaching the Comanche and Duncan areas. It's kind of weakened as it's moving into this environment that storms are already in and working with. It's kind of weakened a little bit, so we're probably talking ping pong ball sized hail, core sized hail. It's not a wind producer, this one. So again, core sized hail heading Comanche, Meridian, Empire City, and Duncan. You could be seeing some smaller sized hail. Not talking about the baseballs that are falling. Storm up near Norman continues to look less impressive. Switch to the Norman radar though. I'll go ahead and loop this and animate it. You can see this rotation kind of kick up. Mezzo gets going. Again, we're looking right in here for a potential tornado or any potential spin-ups right now. This is kind of the inflow nodes where L will come in and out of this area. It's an area of increased baroclinicity or atmospheric ability to spin. Right now there is probably nothing on the ground now, but it does have the capability to produce tornadoes. I'll stay up as long as the storm's tornado warning. I know it's a long night, actually early morning now. Happy Wednesday, so yay. really force field storms left in the state. Maybe some may fill in behind it. Um, Again, it's dark, so we aren't getting any reports really out of anywhere. If you have any reports, send them to me. Tag me on Facebook, Twitter at OKWXblog. And then I'm also streaming live on YouTube and Twitch at Oklahoma Weather Blog. So we have plenty of sources to keep you covered. And we're probably also going to start exploring into audio only. That way, in case of low bandwidth, you still have audio of me. Again, rotation has weakened still. It continues to weaken, which is a good sign. But it still continues to move into an untapped environment tonight. Still have plenty of shield for it to work with. But this was probably the most potent environment it's going to have tonight, which is good. But again, there's plenty of shield for it to work with downstream as well, so it's not all over. I do expect these spams to continue to occur within the next couple of hour or two. If I can talk here. Tornado warning does continue for 40 more minutes. I'd be shocked if they don't do something with it, though. Let's see. So as I continue to look at all of this data coming in, now it looks like we're just in a waiting game right now until this storm decides what it's going to do. It's still producing large hail, damaging winds, so the threat's not zero because it doesn't have a tornado on it. But I think the tornado threat is rapidly diminishing, seeing how these storm characteristics are starting to develop. Yeah. So you have that. You're having this inflow band feeding the storm more so, but it's out ahead of it, which is a kind of an abnormal position for this. So it may be getting sucked off some of that more favorable environment. Again, the tornado warning does continue for now. I'd be shocked if they don't expire it though. Again, it was a radar indicated tornado. Storm motion has resumed the southeastward movement. So we're looking at Tatum's, Ratliff City, Elmore City. Probably going to see some hail starting to move into the area. Nothing too crazy now. The circulation has kind of weakened and went away. Let me check this KFDR radar. So again, yeah, everything's not lining up now. Just seeing large hail with it. The storm behind it not looking too great in terms of tornado potential, which is good. Um, but it's still producing pretty decent sized hail. I do they something I want to point out on radar while we're kind of in this lull right now is this CC area. What this is it's called a hail spike, and it's caused by the radar beam shooting through a hail core and not being able to really determine what's behind it and seeing it as a strong reflection value. The reflection on the beam, how it hits off, is affected. It's a little bit more advanced radar theory, something that I don't want to go through right now. I'm sure most of y'all are like, just tell me the tornado threat, whatever threat there is. Which, speaking of, looks like we do on the latest scan have an area that's trying to tighten up again. Kind of in an awkward position with the storm though. I'm seeing out of Frederick. Let me change back to KTLX. Let me animate it here. Nah, nothing really significant at the moment. Alright, I'm just trying to line up different sections of the radar just so I can get my bearings here. In these full panel plots, which are so useful. It's a little bit hard to see. Looks like the severe thunderstorm warning south of Norman has been allowed to expire. So right now we do have three severe thunderstorm warnings in the state right now. Nothing too crazy. Well, in terms of tornado potential, we are still seeing 10 spots to baseball size hail in the storm. Just north of Velma, and the one by Lawton is probably approaching maybe 10 spot size hail still. So again, Lawton, Madison Park, the wildlife refuge there. Again, not seeing a real tight rotation with this. Everything is just not lining up on radar right now is really what's going on. Sometimes with these large hails, you do get weird effects on radar. Again, that's the hail spike we were talking about. Yeah, nothing's lining up in terms of tornado potential, so I do expect that to get dropped here. But with this severe thunderstorm, there is, well, just as I say that, the next scan, again, not lining up real well. I'm going to continue to watch it for the next 5 or so minutes. But really, this leading severe thunderstorm has shown a history of producing a quick atmospheric spins. Haven't heard of a confirmed tornado with it, so I don't want to call it a tornado, but there's definitely tornado potential there. So what I'm saying is, take your tornado precautions if you get a tornado. But otherwise, expect a severe thunderstorm with winds 60-70 miles per hour, up to 10 ball sized hail. Maybe a couple baseballs if you're unlucky. It looks like it may be just trying to go into a recycle phase. Let's see. Yeah, just everything isn't lining up for me right now. So yeah, I do expect at least this severe thunderstorm warning north of Velma, approaching Tatum's and Elmo City, to continue on. There is another severe thunderstorm warning for Madison Park and Lawton areas that I also expect to carry on. I'll be online till about 12:20. Just see what happens. I'm going to check Twitter real quick. Yeah. Okay. Again, not seeing any real strong signs of rotation. Let me pull up another velocity product here. And let me pull up another one. Can never have too much velocities. Nothing really continuing to match up at all with what we're seeing. Yeah. I expect this tornado warning to get dropped. Storm speed picked up. The rotation kind of went away. Just not seeing the signs of it. Let me check this radar. Let's see. And this radar is a little bit more impressive in terms of rotation. Still not anything tight that I would say, yeah, definitely need to be worried about that. But tornado warning does continue for now. It's probably going to go south of Elmo City, somewhere between Elmo City and Tatum's probably most likely location. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up for the Marlow and Bray areas, just north of Duncan. Let me click on it. Next spot is in half an hour. 10 spot size sail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that's the story of the night with these. There is another severe thunderstorm warning that I just now saw up near Leedy, Taloga, Putnam, Oakwood. It again expires in half an hour. Ping pong ball size, hail to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with that. Again, the storms behind this leading line will be weaker. We're continuing to see, really velocity is not lining up with any of the other products that I've seen, which is good. That means there probably isn't a tornado, or if it is, it's probably a weak tornado. But again, the center circulation is going to go north of Velma. Maybe Tatum's. Still have a half an hour on that. That has to get canceled. Or dropped, or whatever you want to say. Again, we'll continue watching this for any quick spin-ups. Okay. Really, it's kind of interesting. We have a lot. Oh, okay. They extended tornado warning. Added a tornado warning. Radar indicated 2-inch sized hail. So obviously the meteorologists at the National Weather Service deem it a big enough threat to continue it on. The circulation is now north of Velma by about 5 miles. The moving on it is east at 25 miles per hour. Tatum's on the path. Ratliff City, just north of Ratliff City. Right now, the extended line would take it through Davis and Salford. It's really riding the Highway 7 line. Yeah. So, we'll continue watching it. Oh, yeah. Right. Hell is where it would be. Let me pull up some of my other products here again. Whoa. So yeah, this specific differential phase kind of allows us to detail where the storm exactly is. You can kind of see that funky green outline now. Let's change that project to no. There we go. So again, that's where any tornado would likely be. Again, it's north of Velma by about 5 miles, heading east at 25 miles per hour. It's going to go north of Ratliff City and Tatum's. Tornado warning does go until 1 a.m. We are going to continue to monitor it. This is probably the closest I've seen to producing a tornado since I've started watching it. Let me check and see if there's anything coming across my sources. Twitter. So let me switch some sources here. Let me go back to Frederick. I just like to cross compare with multiple radars. Yep. That way, we're seeing the best data possible. Again, we are watching this tornado warning storm just north of Velma by 5 miles. It's looking one of the most impressive circulations I've seen so far tonight. Really, again, we're suffering what we've done all night. Radars don't have a great view of it. But I would say definitely be taking your tornado precautions. It's now 4 miles to the northeast of Velma. Track will take it right around Tatum's. Go north of Ratliff City. If you live north of Velma to Ratliff City to Tatum's, definitely be taking your tornado precautions. I know it's nighttime. It's 12:22 in the morning, but we are seeing possibly a pretty stout tornado. Not saying it's anything crazy, but definitely worth taking your tornado precautions, whatever they may be. Obviously, underground is the best in a cellar, but cell room, interior closet if not possible. Again, it's about 4.5 miles northeast of Velma. I'll highlight it here. We are continuing to watch it and seeing how it develops. Right now, we're at Left City. You probably have just experienced a fair amount of wind as well as just south of Tatum's. It's not associated with any tornado right now. But again, there is a stout tornado threat with this right now. We're not talking maxi wedge grinders or anything, but definitely at least a quick little spin up. Let me take a little look, see if anything's going out of control elsewhere. Nope. So again, this is a warning from the National Weather Service in Norman. Tornado warning for southwestern Garvin County, east central Stevens County, northwestern Collier County, and west central Murray County. At 12:16 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles northeast of Velma, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Precautions: take cover now, move to a storm cellar, safe room, or interior room on the lowest floor of a study building. Avoid windows if you are outside, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial cellar and protect yourself from flying debris. So your typical severe weather precautions. So again, we are continuing to monitor this area of circulation. Let me switch radars here, just to continue getting that multi-dimensional view at this storm. KTLX continues to be the best radar. Circulation would be somewhere in that vicinity. Again, moving east at about 25 miles per hour. Eventual track would still take it through Tatum's right along Highway 7 if it holds together to Davis. I do expect this storm to take it now south. What has happened? The storm, it spins it up, produces a tight area of rotation, and then it weakens and drops to the south and east, and then it starts spinning up again. That's been the history with this storm. So I suspect that to continue. We'll continue on. Wait for this next radar update, which should be fairly quickly. Haven't heard any reports on the ground. If anybody is hearing anything from anybody near Marlow, Bray, Velma, Ratliff City, Tatum's, I would appreciate those reports as long as they are safe. Okay, latest radar scan kind of has everything falling apart again. So we'll see how that continues to develop. We do have this area of outflow from this Ratliff City, which is something we haven't seen from the storm yet. It very well could indicate that the storm is rapidly weakening. Something we will continue to keep an eye out, but we're seeing that probably associated with stout winds. So southeast of Ratliff City by about a couple miles, you're probably experiencing heavy winds right now. This storm could also just be reorganizing in a very interesting way. Okay, so they just put a severe thunderstorm warning extension on it. 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds, so the hail size has decreased and winds have stayed steady. See if they have that tornado possible tag. Yep, they're putting a tornado possible tag on it. Areas in the warning include Davis, Suffolk, Daughtry, Springer, Ardmore, Dixon, Tatums, Valma. Again, the largest hail is going to be between Ratliff City, Tatums, and Empire City. It's going to be your largest hail up to 10 spot size. We are seeing the hail start to come down in size as it's moving out of the most favorable region. We are starting to see something with this Lawton storm. I'm not seeing any strong rotation with that, just a signature that looks like a hook, but it may not be. Just south of Marlow, you may be getting another little hook forming. Have to see how it shakes out. Really, these almost look like training supercells. I wouldn't be surprised for some flooding to be occurring in these areas. Hold on. Let me reduce some of the clutter on my screen here. You can see the circulation strengthen right there, and it stays and weakens. So really, these aren't long lasting, but they could definitely be quick little spin-ups. We are still monitoring this mesocyclone here for any possible development. Still see some areas that may ramp back up right now. Not seeing any tight circulation at this moment, which is a good sign. But tornado warning and severe thunderstorm warning are continuing. The tornado warning is for just northeast of Allen by about 3-4 miles. Then extending to Tatums and off to the east. It's going to be just north of Highway 7 for the most part. Excuse me. As we pass the 12:30 hour. Again, these storms back here, we are continuing to watch them as they maintain piquing my curiosity. Again, throughout the night, make sure you have multiple ways to get your severe weather notifications. I recommend a smartphone application, a weather radio, and your favorite TV news outlet. That way, if one goes down, you have a couple of backups. As we continue to wait and see what these scans hold in store for us. Again, not seeing any really organized rotation at the moment, which is good. Storm's probably going to drift to the south and east a little bit. So I can see if anybody has any information. Nothing new, no new information has been posted on Twitter. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning includes Tatum's, Ratliff City, Elmore City, Davis, Sulphur, Hickory, Daughtry, Springer, Ardmore, and Dixon. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for hail up to the size of tennis balls and up to 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. The strongest winds are going to be on the south sides of the storm, so Springer, Ardmore, Dixon, be on the lookout for your heavier winds from this. Where did I end up with? Okay. As we wait for this radar to load here. If it loads. It's not running to load. It may have data issues, so. Again. Nothing. Wow. This is great. We've lost velocity products. Let's scale up the reflectivity in. This is a little harder to forecast and point out features on storms with, so really it's just location of storms at this point. See if it comes back. Nope. So again, there is a tornado warning storm. Tatum's. Okay, there we go. Velocity's back. Really, the rotation has kind of fallen apart since we hopped on. Yeah. So what's happened is the storm's kind of become outflow dominant. It's rapidly weakening, which is good. Hail sizes are going to continue to fall off, but you're going to have an increased wind threat heading towards Springer, Ardmore, and Dixon. Winds up to 70 miles per hour are possible. We'll continue watching and seeing if it gets enhanced again. Nothing now. Looks like they did add a new severe thunderstorm warning for Marlow, Empire City, Meridian, Duncan, through Velma, and eventually Loco, just north of Comanche. A severe thunderstorm was located over eastern Fort Sill, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour winds. As we wait for the velocity product to load again. It's a little bit slow tonight. I imagine a fair amount of people are hitting these two radars trying to figure out what the heck's going on with these. We're waiting for velocity to load so we can make inferences on this storm, on these storms. So we aren't really just flying blind. See what people are saying on Twitter about this. Looks like some Snapchat videos, so pretty decent amount of hail falling. So I can't get velocity to load here. nothing looks too impressive right now on velocity, which is a good sign. We want these storms to continue to weaken up. But one thing that's probably going to be becoming an increasing threat is the flooding risk in this area. There's been a lot of rain that's fallen. Let's see if I can't get the amount that's fallen. 2 inches. Ketson Ranch has already picked up an inch and 1.3 inches, so definitely going to start seeing some flooding problems here as these storms are really not in a huge hurry to move on out of the state, or the area even. Still has a long few hours before it reaches out of the state. Velocity products are taking a long time to load right now. I do expect the tornado warnings to be dropped. I don't know why they aren't being canceled or dropped, especially this one up near Bray. I don't have an answer for that. I wish I did, but I don't. Let's see if I can pull up velocity on my phone. Okay, it pulls up on my phone quickly, but oh wait. And speaking of, there it is. It hugged me. So right now, yeah, not seeing any velocity that would indicate any rotation now with it. I'm going to assume that velocity will continue weakening. Marlow Bray, yeah, that storm's weekend. And then, yeah, our rotations really dropped off here in the last 10-15 minutes. So, I'll stay on until we see a couple more scans on how these storms are going to fail. But I do expect these tornado warnings to get dropped. I'm not seeing any velocity data to support their continuation. As I pull up my Dual Pro products here just to get another scan at the storm. When I say Dual Pro, normal radars just take a vertical scan of precipitation, but Dual Pro takes a horizontal scan as well. I may have those reversed, but yeah. Dual Pro takes basically two cross sections. Regular single Pro just takes one cross section. And allows us to get a better idea of what type of particle the radar is reflecting back off of. So yeah, we're just waiting and seeing. Okay, there we go. Radar continues to look less and less impressive with this leading storm. Hail sizes have been reduced dramatically. Rotation's not prevalent in it. These storms behind it really don't have any solid rotation going for them right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this thing up. We'll wait for a couple of another radar scans too. But yeah, continuing hail threat for this evening. Up to 10 spot sized hail. As they move to the south and east, these storms will continue to weaken, transition to a wind threat before they start dying out. We'll see a 70 mile per hour wind gust maximum with these as they continue swinging through southern Oklahoma into southeastern Oklahoma. So if anybody has any questions, I'll continue monitoring these storms offline. There's nothing really needing me to stay online for. But shoot me a question if y'all have anything. Stay safe with multiple whatever sources.